I think, for me, I can only talk for myself, and you are allowed to feel however you want, but I feel like it went almost perfectly in that Tottenham put up a really impressive, spirited performance, showed some tactical nous that we hadn't seen prior to this game from Ange Postecoglou, showed some players in different positions that may enable us to be more confident going forward next season, and also meant that it looks very much now like Arsenal will not be winning the Premier League title and Manchester City will go on to win their 4th financially doped Premier League in a row. I'm here with Amir. Amir, did I sum that up pretty well? How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I think you did really well to sum that up. I mean, we did okay in this game. We tactically, Ange completely changed things up and put an extra man there in midfield. We didn't have an out-and-out striker on the pitch until later on in the game when Rodrigo Bentancur came off. So I'm really happy with the way things went in terms of the result. Again, you know, some Spurs fans wanted us to win. A lot, I would say the majority, were quite happy for us to lose this game, given the circumstances, given our rivalry with Arsenal, and given the result that City needed here. So I'm happy with the way things have gone tonight. I think that, you know, now that we're confirmed in the Europa League, I think it's a blessing in disguise. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for Ange to really develop his squad, build some players, bring in some youth. So I'm happy with that. And overall, you know, I think when we do have a big picture on Ange's season, to come 5th without Harry Kane and all the injuries and suspensions we've had, it is progress.
Of course it is. We came 8th with Harry Kane.
There you go.
But in terms of this game, we have to start, believe it or not, at the end. Because, it finished 2-0. But I think on about 87, 88 minutes, Brennan Johnson put the high press on Akanji, centre-half of Man City, who had played really well, by the way.
Yep.
Johnson sticks the high press on him, and he absolutely shat himself. And Johnson sticks Sonny through. And Sonny is through in a way that I can best describe as he never misses those.
Yeah, one-on-one with the keeper.
Never, ever misses those.
One-on-one.
Not only is he one-on-one, but it's not like, he's only got a second to think about it. Touch, finish. And at that point, by the way, as well, for a bit of context, Ortega, the keeper, is on because earlier in the game, Ederson was concussed and taken off. And Ortega had already made 2 important saves from Kulusevski before this. Sonny goes through with him, and I've never seen him do this before. He tries to go through his legs.
Yeah.
Usually Son will open his body out and bend it round, or take it to the right and go bottom left corner. He did neither. He was straight on. He could have taken it round the keeper as well. He had every option available to him. And the keeper makes a save in the way that modern-day keepers do, where they come out with the star spread. Now, I said it at the time, it's very much a half question, because I don't believe genuinely he tried to miss that, but was there 1% in his head like, oh, shit, and that was enough? Do you know what I mean? That thing, I'm the captain of this club, if I score this goal, how is that going to change my feeling towards me amongst Spurs fans, or am I overthinking it?
I don't think you're overthinking it, Barnaby. I think it's a huge question. If subconsciously, when he's taking that shot, he's thinking of the consequences. If that ball goes in and City, the points are shared, Arsenal can win the league with just a win against Everton. So it's a huge question. It's one that I don't think Sonny will answer for at least a decade, and we might hear something in his autobiography years down the line.
I don't think it's anything where he's seriously done it on purpose. But what I'm saying is, at the elite level, where marginal gains are everything, if there's any part of him that is not in his usual zone that he goes to when he's one-on-one, then that can make the difference. And I don't know, like I can see in the comments people are like saying, "Oh, Barnaby always slags off Son." Not at all. He's like my favourite player. I love him. But what I'm saying is there a possibility that those little marginal gains, that little 1% here, it affected him? Because I've never seen him try and go under the keeper's body. And let me know if you can remember one where he has.
You'd put your house on Sonny scoring in that situation 99 times out of 100. So that's the one time out of 100 that he's missed that. And it's probably in the most critical position for Spurs in terms of what that goal could have meant
It was an
going forward.
Unbelievable moment in time. It really was.
It really was. And going back just before that...
Did you want him to score it?
No.
So in your body, you were like, no.
Yeah. I was thinking, this better not go in.
Because in my body, I couldn't help it. I was like, when I see a Spurs player go through, I was like, ah!
I was thinking, this cannot go in. Please do not go in. That's what was going through my mind. And when he was saved, I was thinking, oh, thank the Lord. But 20 minutes before that, Kulu was one-on-one with Ortega, had an amazing opportunity, has gone to put it through his legs, and Ortega's made, I mean, if it's, a fantastic instinct save, I don't know, but the ball's just rattled around his legs and not gone in. So
and it's only Deki Kulusevski who's only about 3 yards away from it.
Yeah.
That's
so
the luck you need.
It's the luck you need, and Ortega's performance there in that little 30-minute cameo that he had, absolutely unbelievable. Kept him in that game.
Would Akanji's slip have gone down with the Gerrard slip?
It would, if Sonny had scored.
I guess it's different because Gerrard had never won it for Liverpool, so that's the big part of it. So
and the fact that he said, let's not let this slip at half-time, that was almost...
let's not let this slip. Let's go back to the game more in general. I want to talk a bit... we talked a little bit about this at half-time, but I want to bring it up on the post-match reaction. I think the way that Van der Ven played and the way that Dragusin played has really opened us up in terms of confidence in our squad options next season and the potential of not having to buy another kind of left-sided defender for when Udogie is out, so that could free us up. Were you impressed with Dragusin at centre-half?
I was. I thought he had a really composed game. There was an opportunity there in the first half where he cleared it off the line pretty much with his head. He was very composed there at the back, and I thought his link-up play with VDV was all right as well. Yeah.
Van der Ven impressed me more on the ball than I expected.
Yeah, he was really good. He was fantastic in that position. And I do feel like, although we don't look like that much of a threat from set pieces, I feel like when you have the big guys, VDV, Romero, and Dragusin coming up for a corner,
we were way more of a threat. Set pieces today.
It does give you a bit more of a threat. So I like the looks of that, and I do think that going forward next season, now that Ange has seen that this is an option when Udogie's out, that maybe we can focus on that attacking players there, the attacking side of things, because I think that's where we really need to add to in the window. There may be someone we need to bring in that in the defence, but I don't think I don't think those are the key positions that will win us more points next season.
There's still talk that Ange really wants a fourth centre half. And talk around Branthwaite.
I don't really get that.
I can't see us paying the kind of 60, 70 odd million it would take to get Branthwaite through the door.
No.
For me, I'm steadfast on this. The places we need are the 6 and Elise and Eze. Or some equivalents. There's been rumours this week of us going for a 9. I personally do not think we will get a 9 better than Richarlison.
We've got Richie
for the money that it would cost.
The talk of a 9, unless Richie goes, then there's obviously we need a replacement.
If Richie goes, if we get back what we paid for Richie, then I'd put it all on Tony. I would. I know he's got a bit of an attitude, but I would say
that's my issue with Tony. That I'm not too sure of him. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would stick with Richie and go for your Elises, your Eze's, that type of player.
Yeah. Someone who can do something a bit different.
Special. I'm looking for players as well that can score from outside the box. These guys. Elise's got a phenomenal shot on him. He's great at set pieces as well. Eze knows how to find the back of the net from outside the box. I think that gives you huge adaptability there in the front, in the attacking third for Spurs.
I'm just scared that your Man City's will go for.
They'll be looking at him.
They went for Elise before.
Yeah, they'll be looking.
If I'm Elise, and maybe this is me being naive and Spurs centric, right? If I'm Elise, I think, where can I go where I can go up the level, but I'm going to guarantee to play every week? Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
I would go to Spurs over Man United in a heartbeat right now. And I think they're the options. Other than if you go to Man City, of course, you're guaranteed to win a lot, but...
Well, I just hope we do it. I hope Ange is backed, and I hope we get the right players over the line for this system. Because to me, it seems like we lack the attacking ability to really play the Ange way.
Did we make enough chances today in that 4-1-4-0 formation?
No.
But did we make enough chances to say, in some of those big games next year, we could fall on something like that to shore it up a bit. Because let's face it, we were not conceding chance after chance. We were a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, so we look better defensively in this system. We did create a few chances, that's true, but it mainly came from them making mistakes.
But those mistakes came from the high press that we were able to put on the whole game.
Sure. That's also true. I think we've learnt a lot from this change-up of tactics, and I do think that going forward next season, Ange will have learnt a lot from this, and he'll see that you can tweak things before game and in game to give us a bit more stability. And in huge games, against big teams, I can see us resorting to something similar to what we've done here today. Maybe not playing without a 9 completely, still having a 9 on, but maybe having someone who's a bit more defensively inclined in that midfield, playing a couple more.
Can I put you on the spot and ask you a difficult question? If a player is surprisingly going to be sold this summer, who do you think that player is? By which I mean not one of the players where everyone's kind of almost expecting it, by which I mean like Højbjerg. To some degree, there's been a lot of talk about Richarlison because of Saudi Arabia, etc. But someone who surprises us that might be allowed to go out of the door to get some money in, who might that be?
People are going to hate me for this. But Mickey van der Ven.
No one can afford him.
No one? What if Real come in and say there's 95 million?
Well, look, he would be worth every penny, but no one can afford him. The name in my head is Kulusevski.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Kulu.
If anyone came in with somewhere near what we paid, I could see him going. He doesn't strike. I love him. He doesn't strike me as an Ange style player. What do you think? Wouldn't surprise you, said.
It wouldn't surprise me because he's what I would say he's regressed since joining. He had a fantastic first 6 months, and since then he has regressed a bit. And players have sussed him out in the Prem for me. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kulu was moved on, to be perfectly honest. But I do think that he would suit different style of play, and he could really fit another team. Can he make it at Spurs? I think the jury's really out when it comes to Kulu. He's a player that I really love, and I think he's got a lot of fighting spirit in him. I just don't know if he's suited to this style of play, and if we really truly know his best position as well.
Of course. Sheffield United Sunday, last game of the season. What's your prediction for that one?
I think we're gonna
3 or 4?
Not 3 or 4, but we're going to win. We're going to, 3-1, 3-2. They'll be up for it. They want to give their fans, a show before the championship, resumes for those guys.
Amir, top man.